She walked into a blind date with only $5 in her purse, humiliated when the man she trusted turned it into a cruel spectacle. But as the diners laughed and the manager pushed her out, someone stood up. Her billionaire employer. What happened next left the entire restaurant speechless and changed her life forever. Before we dive in, let us know in the comments what time is it and where are you watching from. Let's start. Amara smoothed the hem of her royal blue dress as she sat alone at the corner table. The fabric clung to her knees, her back stiff, her hands fidgeting around the 2 empty wine glasses set before her. The server had placed them automatically, one for her, one for the man who was supposed to meet her. But every time she looked at those glasses, she felt the sting of being out of place. She picked up her white phone, tapping the dark screen, though no new message appeared. Evan had promised he'd be on time, promised he'd handle the evening. Yet here she was, $5 in her purse and a knot in her stomach. The server approached, polite but firm. "Miss, may I take a card to hold a table?" "Just policy. We've had walkouts recently." Amara swallowed. "My guest will be here any moment. He said he's covering everything." The server hesitated, then forced a smile. "Of course. I'll check back shortly." Her chest burned. She had no card with balance, only that wrinkled 5. It was supposed to be bus fare, emergency only. But she'd spent the afternoon returning an envelope of cash. $3,000 she found in a suit jacket pocket while ironing. She could have kept it. Instead, she laid it quietly on her employer's desk. Hours later, the house manager cut her overtime. By the time she wired money to her mother and paid her brother's school fee, $5 was all she had. She gripped her phone tighter. "Please, Evan, don't make this worse." At a side table, a man in a royal blue suit closed his menu. Marcus Leon had come here to meet a client, but the moment he looked up, he froze. Amara, his maid, sitting alone in the same color dress as his suit, her posture shrinking with every passing second. He leaned back, silent, listening. The front door opened. Evan walked in with casual arrogance, gray jacket unbuttoned, hair slicked. He slid into the chair across from Amara, not even apologizing. "Hope you weren't waiting long," she forced a smile. "Just a few minutes." He grabbed the menu and chuckled. "Wow, prices here are insane. You picked this place." Her eyes widened. "You suggested it." Right, he said, waving to the server. "Sparkling water for me. Let's just look around first." The server returned, clearing his throat. "Sir, we'll still need a card before service begins." Evan leaned back, smirking. "Ladies first." Amara froze. Heat rushed to her face. "I don't have." She reached into her purse, hands shaken, and pulled out the crumpled bill. "This is all I have." Evan's laugh rang out too loud. $5? That's what you brought at a place like this?" Amara's throat closed. She stared at the table, blinking rapidly. "You really should have warned me," Evan continued, his voice rising. "You want a maid's salary and you drag me here? What were you thinking?" Nearby diners shifted uncomfortably. One man looked directly at her. Another couple lowered their voices to whispers. Amara dabbed the corner of her eye with her fingertip, pretending it was nothing. "I didn't," she whispered. Evan cut her off. "What? You thought I was going to pay for some luxury show? You can't even cover bread," he snorted. "Honestly, I should have known. Look at you." Her hands trembled. "I told you I don't have. Don't tell me you scrub floors or something." He mocked. "Oh wait, maybe you do. A maid, right? That explains it." The word hit like a slap. The floor manager approached, tone clipped. "Excuse me, ma'am, sir. Without a valid card, we'll need to release the table." Policy. Amara's lips parted. Her voice cracked. "Then I'll go. I don't want to cause trouble." She rose, purse clutched tight, humiliation burning into her skin. Her breath came short and sharp. And that was when the chair scraped against the floor. Every head turned as Marcus Leon stood. His royal blue suit caught the warm light, his face set in calm control. His voice carried easily across the hushed room. "That won't be necessary." Amara froze, her eyes darted up, horrified recognition sweeping over her. Marcus, her employer, the last man she wanted to see her, humiliated. "Sir," she began, her voice breaking, but Marcus's gaze held hers unflinching, his presence anchoring the room in silence. The room froze. Marcus Leona's words carried with such weight that even the clinking glasses stopped. Amara stood rigid, her purse clutched to her chest, tears already threatening to fall. Evan blinked in disbelief, then smirked. "Oh, so you know her. That explains a lot. Figure she works for you. You're really going to save your maid in front of everyone." Amara flinched. The word hung in the air like poison. Marcus walked forward calm, but unyielding. She's not just a maid. She's Amara, and she is my guest. The floor manager shifted nervously. Sir, our policy requires. Marcus handed over his black card, his gaze cold. Place any hold you need on this, and then apologize to her. She's the one who deserves it. The manager swallowed hard, turning to Amara. Miss, I apologize. I should not have spoken the way I did. Amara lowered her eyes, voice trembling. It's fine. No, Marcus said sharply. It's not fine. You don't apologize for being humiliated. They apologize for humiliating you. The diners shifted in their seats, whispers rippling. Evan leaned back, smug grin plastered across his face. Wow, you're really grandstanding over this. She's broke, man. Look at her. She came with $5. 5. And you're going to pretend she belongs here? Marcus's jaw tightened. You want to talk about money? Let's talk about integrity. He leaned forward slightly, his voice sharp. This afternoon, she found $3,000 in my jacket. Cash, no record, no witnesses. She could have pocketed it, and no one would have known. Do you know what she did? The restaurant went silent. She placed it back on my desk without a word. That's who she is. That's worth more than every cheap insult you've thrown. Tonight. And you tried to reduce her to $5. Amara's lips trembled. She covered her mouth with her hand, tears slipping free. Evan's smirk faltered. That's come on, she's playing you. Marcus' eyes narrowed. Delete the recording. The room stirred, heads turned toward Evan's phone on the table, its red light still glowing. Evan stammered. Marcus's tone cut like a knife. Delete it. Now security appeared, arms folded. Under their stare, Evan cursed, fumbling with his phone until the light went dark. He shoved the device into his pocket and stood abruptly, chair screeching across the floor. Enjoy your charity project, he spat, face flushed. She's all yours. He stormed out, slamming the door behind him. A collective exhale rolled through the dining room. Marcus turned back to Amara, his voice soft now. Sit. Her body trembled. Everyone's staring. Let them, he said firmly. They're not staring at shame anymore. They're staring at what respect looks like. Slowly, she sank back into her chair. The waiter approached hesitantly. Shall I take your order, sir? Marcus didn't look at the menu. Bring her something simple, not for show, something she'll enjoy when the plate arrived. Roast chicken and vegetables, plain but warm. Amara picked up her fork with shaking hands. You didn't have to do this, she whispered. Yes, I did, Marcus replied. His eyes stayed locked on hers. Because you gave me honesty when no one was looking. Tonight I gave you dignity when everyone was her tears spilled again, but this time she smiled through them. The next morning, Marcus stood in his office, Amara hovering uncertainly by the door in her uniform. The HR director, Lucia, shifted uncomfortably under his gaze. Her overtime was cut without cause, Marcus said, his tone hard. Restore it. With back pay, Lucia opened her mouth. Sir, that's unusual. And enroll her in evening classes, Marcus interrupted. Hospitality management, bookkeeping, whatever she chooses. Full tuition effective immediately. The director faltered. That's Marcus's eyes narrowed. So is what she did yesterday. Handle it. Lucia nodded quickly. Yes, sir. Amara's breath hitched. Why would you? Marcus turned to her, his voice softening. Because no one who shows that kind of honesty should ever have to walk into a restaurant and be humiliated for $5. No more scraping by. No more shame. Her lips trembled. I'll pay it back one day. Every cent. He shook his head. This isn't debt. It's justice and it's yours. Tears blurred her vision as she whispered. Thank you. Don't thank me, Marcus said. Just remember it and pay it forward when it's your turn. What would you have done if you saw her humiliated over $5? Would you have looked away or stepped in? Tell us in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that prove dignity is priceless.